Alexa TV presents in 3, 2, 1, Dateline Schools with your host, Terry Harrington.
All this week on Dateline Schools, we're learning about the Friday Food for Kids program. To tell us all about it, my special guest is Melissa Hanners. She's the principal at Algonac Elementary School, one of the schools participating in the program. And Melissa, I'm sure it's not easy determining which students could use the assistance and also keep the privacy and all of those kind of things. So how do you determine who's eligible and who isn't for this program?
There's multiple measures we use to determine. When we first started, we kind of sent out a blanket letter to a lot of our families that we knew were in hard times, and they could respond that yes, they'd like to participate, or no, they would not like to participate. Since we've done this, and this is our third year, we have families contacting us now as they move in. They've heard about the program. We also have community members. In small communities, it's really nice because you look out for one another. And so a neighbor may call in and say, I'm worried, you might want to contact so-and-so, and so we do it that way as well. And the kids will tell you when they come back, Mrs. Hanners, are we doing backpacks again? Because, we want to be involved. So there's multiple measures, but a lot of times it's through the word of mouth of the families and the communities.
Now, what kind of response do you get from the kids? What kind of response do you get from the parents that participate?
It's all been very positive. There was a lot of worry about, okay, if my child's taking a backpack home, what does that? But it's very, what I get more of is, well, why can't I get a backpack? Or where's my backpack? Because they all want to take one home. So it's a very positive playing out that way. So, it's a good thing going on.
Now, obviously, when you're doing something like this, there's a cost involved. Obviously, you've got to have food and those kind of things, too. Where does all this come from, and how are you paying for this?
Yeah, the food is all from the Southeastern Michigan Food Bank, and is where it comes from. And they actually have where they tell you what goes in the backpack for what week and how much of each thing. It is $100 to sponsor a child for an entire year for the backpacks. So for $100, one child gets a backpack every Friday for the entire school year, full of food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the weekends. So it's very costly. But you think about $100 for a whole year, it's really not that much. So the food comes from the Southeastern Michigan Food Bank, and the money comes from community support.
And I'm sure you could still use money. Even here we are sitting here Thanksgiving week, I'm sure you still have needs.
Yes, yeah, and it's every year you make that plea. In Algonac, we have wonderful community members and businesses down there. Cargill has also been a very big supporter of us down there, so we're very fortunate. But each year we have to ask for that again and again. So any help that comes is always very appreciated.
We'll be back with more tomorrow. For Dateline Schools, I'm Terry Harrington.